The man was watching a concert when he suddenly realized this massive concert with tens of thousands of people felt like it was held just for him, because on the surface, he was a kind and gentle father, but in reality, he was a serial killer known as the Butcher, and serial killers always have sharp instincts. Mike quickly sensed something was off. He noticed that the concert had over 3,000 police officers deployed, which was far beyond a normal concert setup. Even worse, men wearing the same color clothes as him were being taken away by police one by one. That's when Mike knew something was seriously wrong. Trying to get out fast, he headed to a nearby shop during intermission and casually asked why there were so many cops around. That's when he finally learned the truth. The police were hunting a serial killer called the Butcher, and the entire concert was a setup, a trap designed to catch him. Hearing this made Mike break out in cold sweat, but he forced himself to stay calm, because he was the Butcher they were looking for. Realizing he couldn't stay there long, he grabbed his daughter and started looking for a way out, but every exit in the arena was heavily guarded. There was no way to slip past. Then he noticed a drunk woman on the stairs, so to create a distraction, he pushed her down the steps. The commotion pulled security away from the entrance, but just as Mike was about to leave with his daughter, a new group of officers quickly replaced the ones who left. With no choice, Mike took his daughter back to their seats, trying to come up with another plan. Soon the host announced a mystery guest appearance. As the platform slowly rose, Mike had a sudden thought. Maybe there was an exit underneath the stage lift. He wanted to check it out with his daughter, thinking they might spot a celebrity under there, but his daughter was too focused on the idol on stage. She didn't want to miss a single second. Watching the platform close, Mike missed his chance to escape, but he couldn't just sit and wait to get caught. So he told his daughter he needed the restroom, and slipped outside alone. He went back to chat with the same vendor. That's when he noticed something important. The staff access card could unlock doors in the arena. While the vendor was distracted, Mike swiped the card from his pocket. During their small talk, the vendor revealed one more key detail. The police had set a password for all the staff to avoid grabbing the wrong person. The code was Open Sesame. Mike's eyes lit up hearing this. Wanting to escape as soon as possible, he headed straight to the employee area. But as soon as he walked in, he saw a group of SWAT officers planning the capture of the Butcher. Mike didn't panic. He walked right past them, pretending to serve coffee. He eavesdropped on their strategy, and even swiped one of their radios before leaving. When he returned to his daughter, he quickly turned on the radio to listen in on the police plan. They were describing the Butcher's appearance, a white male around 40, with a rabbit tattoo on his arm. Mike panicked and grabbed a slap bracelet to cover up the tattoo on his leg. After studying the arena map, he told his daughter he lost his bank card and needed to go find it. He told her to stay put. Soon he found a fire alarm switch, and Sar was right in a blind spot. Mike reached for the alarm, hoping to cause chaos and slip away, but the police had already predicted this move. He's got to use a chaos of 20,000 people to get fires. He's got to make a bomb call to police or set off a fire alarm. Realizing these weren't ordinary cops, Mike headed to the main hall looking for another exit. That's when he noticed the fryer in a fried chicken stand. He waited until the staff turned away, then cranked the fryer to max heat, and quietly stepped aside. When the staff returned, an explosion happened. Someone had dropped 2 glass bottles into the fryer. The blast drew everyone's attention. Mike used the moment to grab a worker's uniform and made his way to the rooftop. But to his surprise, the rooftop was also guarded by police. Luckily, Mike remembered the secret code. He said he worked at the fried chicken stand and came up here to get some fresh air after the explosion. The officer radioed in to confirm his story. Once it was verified, they let their guard down. But time was running out for Mike. The concert would end in just 30 minutes. If he didn't get out by then, he was going straight to prison. As he tried to think of a new escape plan, his daughter said something that gave him hope. The concert had reached the lucky fan selection part. She really hoped to be chosen, so she could sing on stage with her idol and take photos with her backstage. That gave Mike an idea. He went straight to a man who looked like an organizer and said his family were huge fans. He asked if they could pick his daughter, claiming she had late stage cancer, and this might be her last concert ever. She dreamed of singing with her idol. To Mike's surprise, the man turned out to be the star's uncle. Looking over at the little girl, he immediately felt sympathy. He brought over 2 assistants and picked Mike's daughter as the lucky fan. Thanks to this, she got the chance to sing on stage with the star, and as her father, Mike was also brought backstage. After the performance, Mike was full of confidence, but just as he was about to escape with his daughter, he saw the backstage area was filled with police too. At the same time, he heard the police plan over the radio. Since they still hadn't found the Butcher, they now suspected he was disguised as staff. Mike felt completely cornered. That's when the female pop star walked toward them. Mike quickly came up with another plan. He leaned in and whispered into her ear, saying he had something important to discuss, and he only needed 1 minute. Since Mike was the girl's father and didn't look like a threat, the star agreed without hesitation. She brought him to her dressing room. Once the door closed, Mike immediately revealed he was the Butcher and threatened the star to help him and his daughter escape, or else he'd lose his temper.